What's up, Sitters? This is Bradford Douglas, along with Joey Edge
Sitters, what's good?
and Chris Martinez.
What's happening, man?
And we are Front Porch City. Good, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm great, man.
I'm better since I just saw you look at the screen like this. And then turn your head that
I feel like
fast.
he does it every week.
I do that
For some
every
reason
week.
It was funnier this
Wait,
week.
not last week you didn't.
You do it to be surprised? Like, are you surprised that it happens?
I do it so I don't talk through the intro.
Very good, Brad. That's awesome.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, Sitter roll call from Jay Kennedy. Tyson Ellis in the chat for the first time in a minute. Clayton's always here, so thanks, fellas.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Doing really well. Got a full show tonight. We are going to go through some college football win totals for y'all. That was something we really enjoyed doing last year. We're also going to talk about the NBA Finals at some point. Before we get to any of that, we're going to talk about JW Weaponry. They are the premier gun store in the South, and they are always loaded. Go see those guys. Mention the Front Porch and get your 5% off. Joey, stop laughing at everything.
Sorry, Brad.
What's that number?
386-243-8587 is the number to JW Weaponry. Great people, great prices. They'll always have the best prices in the area, I promise. If not, tell them they don't, and they'll get it right.
Yeah, they always do. They match everything. We went to your baseball game, Joey.
Yes, sir.
And John actually had sold a gun to a guy down there at a gun show. He hand delivered it to the guy. Went all the way to Fort Myers. This guy had us drive like 40 minutes out of our way. John did it. I wasn't super thrilled about that, John. It's okay. We did it. But that's the kind of customer service that Coach Woodley and John and JW Weaponry supplies to everyone. He wasn't even local. He didn't know the guy from anyone. But he still went out of his way
Literally.
to help the guy out. Yeah, literally like an hour and 30 minutes out of our way. Caught all the traffic on the way home.
Who's counting?
Not Chris, apparently.
No, yeah, I'm not counting. But great guy, great people. If they'll do that for someone that's not even local, they'll absolutely treat you right if you mention the Front Porch.
Yeah. Clayton, man, I'll get you an address if you want to get me a game hat. I'll support Denver through this.
Wow.
Just for the podcast here, as Clayton said, Brad, man, give me an address. We got to get you a hat. Get your hat game right. Brad's wearing the Tried and True Lakers hat.
Yeah,
who he doesn't even like anymore.
That's true.
It's just crazy.
So we do have a full show. We're going to go – I think we're going to talk about some like recruiting too, right?
Think so.
With some recruiting spending.
Yep.
What programs spend the most, and is there any correlation with money spent and
Two players got.
yeah.
Yeah. This is not NIL stuff.
No, it's just
To
like
clarify.
expenses. Like it's like plane, hotels,
Right.
all like expenses.
Yeah. Stuff, like when they're on official visits and stuff like that. All this ties into
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm glad you said that. No, not NIL. We're not.
Not NIL, though.
But I mean, obviously that plays a factor, but that's not what this graphic is talking about.
Right.
It's kind of interesting. There's actually one that's super interesting. So stay tuned for that. We are going to talk about specifically Alabama and Tennessee's win total.
Yeah.
We're going to go through. We'll go game by game. We'll talk about it. Kind of explain our system, how we do it. You can guys follow along. On the show, you can follow along, and if you're listening, you can follow along.
Absolutely. Brad kind of blew through the intro there. Yeah, I definitely want to like, subscribe, ring the bell, get your notifications.
Yeah, you should do that like right now, like as we're.
Yeah, you don't want to miss us. Look at us. I mean, we're beautiful people.
Of course.
Look at
You
us.
I talked to
Look at
I talked
us.
to Coach Saunders today.
Yeah?
He's like, hey, how can I get my comments to pop up? Like, I had to text y'all questions that I had.
Don't be old.
No, I can't have it. I can't have the Coach Saunders slander on here. We're not going to do that, Coach.
No, you know what? We're not, because he's had our back recently, and I appreciate that guy for it.
Always, he
Yeah.
always does. But I had explained to him, I was like, you have to have an account, got to make sure you're subscribed. So he did all those things. So he'll be joining us soon, I'm sure. I hope.
Plus one subscriber today.
Yeah, oh, we should be plus one.
Great.
I like
Yeah,
that.
plus one.
Anyways, like I was saying, Brad blew through the intro.
We're going to keep throwing that out there.
so I wanted to ask Chris how he's doing, because he didn't get to answer the question.
I didn't. Brad was quick on that. He jumped the gum.
He blew through it. As
Prematurely
Joey
went
tried to
through
say,
everything.
Here we are.
Oh,
We got
wow.
here, didn't we?
We're doing that. Good show.
Blad blew through it.
Yeah, no, man, I'm doing great. Yesterday we got to play a little bit of cornhole at my job. How
I see
about
you,
that?
Brian Saunders, in the chat. Look at you.
See,
Asking
leave
you
my
shall
guy-
receive.
Leave my guy alone.
Love Brian.
It's a great guy.
So the school board, they put on this like really cool event, gave everybody free lunch, had a cool cornhole tournament. It was really and we're paid to go play cornhole. It was really, really good. I finished didn't finish first, Joey. So if you're not first, you're
last.
But that's not true, because the school board is so awesome. 1 through 5, 1 through 6, they got like real prizes, not like a pat on the back or like just a not like a pat on the back or like just a medal, because we got those too. We got medals
And a pat on the back.
and well, yeah, we got that too. But yeah, so we got I got this like foldable like love seat kind of thing for the beach. So not just a one chair, but a 2-seater. So when I brought that home, Kelsey thought I won lottery. She thought I was the best cornhole player in Lake City. I said, "Look what I just
And
won."
for that moment, you
Yeah.
were the second best, anyways.
Yeah, I got beat by Mr. Hosford and
Oh.
Mr. Peeler. Yeah, they're pretty good. I don't know if you've ever seen those two play.
Nope.
Doug's really
never,
good.
Never played with him.
I didn't know. Yeah, I've played with Trey before, Mr. Hosford.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Maybe I have
he's
a time.
he's
with you. I
extremely
don't know.
consistent. But Doug is. I didn't expect that from Mr. Peeler. He put on a show. He doesn't freaking miss. Neither of them do. They
Yeah.
won. Me and Coach Faulkner, we lost twice, both times to them.
I got to tell you. So I tweeted and Facebooked actually both of these things about how good of an administration Columbia County, or Columbia High School has specifically.
For sure.
With Trey and Doug and Mike and Faulkner as the AD, but it goes a step higher than that. The whole organization is top notch.
Yep.
From the top, Carswell down. It's a solid group.
Been a joy.
Yeah.
Made it really easy.
And I'm definitely not saying that because maybe I like them or know them or anything like that.
Right, carry on. All right, so topic one, what we got here? What are we going to topic one? Are we going to go, Brad? What we got here? Get them shows.
Hey, right before the show, Chris said, "I'll drive this thing." Topic one, Brad.
No,
what do we got?
That's his job. That's where Brad wants to be. He's in the driver's seat. I'm going to let my guy cook.
Yeah, so topic one, we have a picture, and it looks like it is.
Okay, give me a camera back. Put the camera back on me. All right, here we go. So I tried. I did my best.
picture? I have the win totals. That's it.
I did my best. It's in there. So
We do have a picture,
It
Tyler.
is the spending, right, Joey? It's the
Yeah, it's the
spending.
spending.
It's just the SEC, I believe, because they're the numbers that are most readily available.
Yeah.
So up top, no surprise, we're about to put it up here for you guys. If you're on the podcast, please jump on over here at some point and check it out. Georgia is up top, Joey. Would you like to tell the people how much money Georgia spent in recruiting this past year?
Yeah, in 2022, they spent $4.5 million.
Where does that rank?
Top.
First.
Yeah, I think that's top overall as well,
Oh,
but it's
sure.
definitely top in the SEC.
Yeah.
By a
Why
wide
you making
margin.
it smaller so they can see us?
I'm trying. Yeah.
I don't know if we care.
Don't know if we care.
They can make it where they can see it. We'll talk over it.
Yeah.
Voiceover. So Georgia, that's not a surprise, right?
No, that's not a surprise at all.
Yeah, I mean they have the best class. Kirby puts the emphasis on recruiting.
And has from day one.
Yeah, they're good at it. This isn't NIL. This is just how they go out and go get players.
Again, it's
Travel.
not whether it be travel to and from places, whether it be the official visits, what they spend on official visits for the players coming in.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that goes into this number.
Probably how many people? Don't
Yeah.
really know?
You can only have a certain number of off-field recruiters, though.
Sure.
So if you're not at a certain position, you can't
Allegedly.
just go.
It's good information.
No, you don't want to get caught doing that.
No,
You'll end
you
up
really
like
don't.
Arizona State and not have a program. Number 2 there, Texas A&M. No
Yeah.
shock to me.
Hey, can we go back to Georgia for a second? Just
Sure.
because I want to make sure we talk about the 2017 to 2022 spending average.
Yeah.
Which was like 2.75 million, which is a full million over the next team, which
Yeah.
is Texas A&M, over the course of those 6 years.
Yeah, they're average.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
Pretty wild.
surprise. And then you have A&M. That's like what, 2.9, I believe.
Yep, 2.984.
Not shocked. Tennessee.
Tennessee's surprising a little bit, 2.918.
Yeah.
So right there behind Texas A&M.
Jake Kennedy in the chat. We love Jake. We'll be easy on the Tide, kinda. I'm gonna apologize in advance. But
Oh, boy.
Tennessee is surprising. The return on investment isn't great. Totally agree. Like the return on investment has not been wonderful.
fantastic.
Tyler, don't throw me out, man.
I know, this is a podcast of throwing people out
All right,
under the bus.
Bama, Brad. What is Bama's expense?
$2.3 million.
2.3. They're in the same range. Florida's in that same area. It's really small. I can't see how much.
1.64 for
Oh
Florida.
gosh. Okay, they were out. Not great.
About 800,000.
I would think they would spend more money.
Florida?
Yeah. I mean, if Georgia is spending
well,
4.5, they
They
can't.
spent 73 on staff members last year, so they
As my guy Jake said, return on investment, not wonderful.
yeah, it's not great. But they've downgraded that. I think they'll probably bump that up a little bit more.
Think so?
I do think so.
Bigger
I really
number
do.
next year?
Yeah, I do think the 2023 spending will be
So
bigger,
there's
and then even bigger in 2024 is my guess.
There's one that's not going to be on the screenshot. It's LSU. What would you think? They're not in the top 10. I'll go ahead and tell you. Where would you think they would be without looking, Joey? Where do you think that, like, even without looking, because we know they're not in the top 10, what would you have thought they would have spent, their recruiting budget would have been?
I would have thought they'd been right there with Florida, Auburn, those guys.
2-3 million, I would think, in that range. I mean, they do
1 to 2.
They do a really good job. They recruit Louisiana, so that keeps some of their stuff down. But
Right.
It was 727,000.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah, and the previous year average was like 1.6. Is that wild? To
That's
me?
crazy.
That's crazy.
Especially because it was Brian Kelly's first year.
Right. And I'm thinking maybe that's why.
I think so too, because he got there a little late in the game,
And
then-
they had like a 2-month coaching search, maybe a
Right.
little bit longer.
yeah,
So maybe they weren't traveling in that time. So
Right.
But it was wild to see
but
727,000.
you would think they'd still be like somebody's still got to be recruiting in
Yeah, but
in that time frame.
just like you don't do your job as hard, I guess.
That's true.
You know, if
Not going to make the job easy for the next guy.
Yeah, no, and
And then-
you
yeah.
can't go sit in the kid's living room. You don't know if you're going to be retained.
That's true too.
So, but that was that was a pretty substantial drop from everyone else. Kentucky was down there as well in the hundreds or whatever. So
Yeah, 917,000.
yeah,
That's crazy. LSU was the biggest surprise.
yeah. 727 is wild.
Yeah.
But I think there are some other factors there, right? I mean, new coach, change.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty much all I had. I just thought that was interesting. It came out today. Actually, Doug Peeler, he told me about that today at lunch. And I was like, let me go check it out. And I thought it was interesting. But Kirby addressed that today as well, though. Kirby addressed that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
What
He's-
Go ahead.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
He said that those numbers may be inflated a little bit.
But
said-
how and why?
He said in his how he explained it was that they don't have their own like private jet.
Okay.
So, which that seems crazy because they have a helicopter.
It is.
But they don't have their own private jet, and so like when they take planes to places,
They
like
gotta pay.
That's expenses.
Right.
And so other places have their own plane, and so when they take off and they go places, they're not getting billed for that.
I want to call cap on that. They're not even a part of like a jet share program.
I don't have his number on speed dial, so
I know, but
I can only tell you what he
like-
told the media.
We'll get him on next week and see
Sure.
what he says about that.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
I just don't understand that.
Y'all make sure you tune in next week for that. Don't hold your breath.
The point to it was
Yes,
a rhetorical question.
I
I was
got
like,
it.
what are they doing?
I don't know. I think he's trying to deflect a little bit. He didn't
100%.
really want to talk about that too much.
He may say that they don't have their own jet. They are definitely a part of a jet share.
But he did. Here's what he did say. He goes, "Of course we're going to
At
spend."
minimum.
He said, "Of course we're going to spend in recruiting, and we're going to spend more next year too."
Yeah.
He said, "That's the lifeblood of every program." He said, "We don't really deal in the portal that much. I go get high school kids, I develop them." It's okay.
He
cool.
ain't said a lie.
He ain't said a lie, and they go get who they want.
What's crazy
And you ain't said a lie either.
Thank you.
is anyone that's ever heard him speak could like hear those words coming out of your mouth, but through him.
Yeah.
And like his passion
Yeah,
makes me sad. A little bit.
he did not really want to be there. You could tell.
Yeah.
They asked him about everything other than football. All that guy wants to do is talk about football.
That's it.
He don't care whether SEC is playing 8 or 9 games. He don't. He literally threw some shots on that too. He said, "Just win your games. I don't care. We can play 10 games. I don't care. Win your games." He's, "I'm gonna have to play them anyways if I get to where I want to go."
He ain't wrong.
He said, "Win your games. I don't care. I don't care. 8, 9, 10. I don't care. Win your games." If I was a George fan, I would love that.
Same. Me too. If I was. Thankfully, I'm not.
Look at
So I don't have to
Kelsey.
love it.
I don't care how much money they spend if they keep winning.
I wouldn't
Of course
either.
you don't.
He also said that too. He said recruiting takes care of itself. Just win.
Just win.
Not wrong. All right, Brad.
Yeah, well, we're going to move on to some win totals. But before we do that, let's talk about Bryan Sports, the best sporting goods stores around. And sporting goods store, Joey, stop. And go in there, mention the front porch, get your 10% off. And Joe, you want to give them the number?
755-0570 is the number to Bryan Sports. He'll definitely hook you up with anything you need. Going to get shirts from him here in a couple of days.
A wonderful gentleman.
A very wonderful gentleman. Store's been around for like 30 years now, so he's obviously doing it the right way. Like Brad said, mention front porch didn't get 10% off, and yeah, go in there and see him.
All right, so y'all want to start with Alabama on this thing?
Or
Yeah.
do we go to Tennessee?
Either one. Where do you want to start?
I don't care.
All right, we can start. Chris, do you want to explain how we do this?
Yes. So we'll go Tyler, so you can have it queued up. We'll go Tennessee first. We'll save the better program to go last. So we'll go Tennessee first. So here's how you guys can participate at home if you would. It actually gives you a pretty good idea, not that you're gamblers or anything or that we condone that, but it does help you get a better understanding of like how Vegas does win shares.
Right.
So you go through the schedule, and each game has basically a 1 to 100% chance. I guess I should say 0 to 100% chance of winning. So you would measure it like, for example, Bama's first game, Joey, is against who?
Middle Tennessee State.
Middle Tennessee State. I think I'll let the cat out of the bag. You have it as 100%.
Yep.
So Joey would put 1 down. I had it as 0.99. 99% chance. I always leave the 1%. And you go through the schedule. If you think it's like 50-50, then it's obviously like 0.5. Or if you think they only have a 25% chance, then it's 0.25. Like, you guys get it. And at the end, you add up all of your percentages and your numbers, and you get a win total. And if it's yeah, kind of. I mean, it's an idea as to, you'll see how this goes. But you get an idea as to, are you under the total or are you over the total? And then if you had like a rooting interest or whatever, then you could play it that way.
Yeah.
So we'll go Tennessee first. Brad, do you have their schedule or no?
I have their schedule.
Okay, awesome.
Look at Brad.
So Joey first, or Brad actually, could you tell us what Vegas, for the podcasters that are not watching, you're missing out, we love you, but you should tune in, this stuff is good. So, what does Vegas have it at?
So Vegas has it at 9.5, meaning if they win 10 games, they hit it. If they win 9, they don't.
Right. The half is the hook. So, Joey,
Yep.
we'll get to our totals over there. We're different though.
We're a lot different on them.
We're a lot different. Let's find out where here. Brad, what you got?
So for me, I have them at a total of 8.1. Are we going to go game by game?
Yeah,
here?
game by game.
Okay, so
We won't spend a lot of time.
Virginia, I gave them a 60% chance of beating. Austin P, I gave them a 90%.
Whoa.
Yeah.
One at a time. We're all going to talk about it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Virginia, Joey, what'd you have them at?
I had them at 0.90 to beat Virginia.
Yeah, I got him 0.85. Brendan Armstrong went to NC State, I believe.
Yep.
Their quarterback, he left. Their offensive line at Virginia is very bad. 0.90, honestly, is probably a better play there, but I have it at 0.85.
Yeah. I think Tennessee's just better.
Yeah, they're much better. I think they'll beat Virginia pretty bad.
Yep.
I think that'll be a double-digit spread. Austin P, Joey, I have it at. I will
100%.
be quick here. You're at 100.
Yep.
I'm at 0.99. I just don't do 100.
I went 90.
Yeah, I can't.
90?
I can't.
I just.
Not sold on Tennessee, huh?
I mean, I guess I'm a hater, man.
Jesus.
UF. What we got UF at?
This one's interesting to me, obviously, because I'm a Gator fan. I have them at a 0.55% chance of winning this game.
Yeah.
Personally.
I have them at 60%.
I'm very close with you guys, also at 60.
Just so we're clear, you have Tennessee at a 0.55.
Tennessee is a 0.55. Florida would be a 0.45.
Just
in this
wanted to
Yes,
clarify.
I have Florida with a 40% chance to win that game.
Yeah. So we all three have right now. In theory, all three have Tennessee winning that game. Yes.
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 Okay. I'll tell you why I think that's important in a minute.
Okay. Texas San Antonio.
0.90.
I'm also at 0.90.
I'm at 0.85. They lost their best receiver in the portal. They'll win that game.
I think I agree with that. I think if UF were to somehow win that game, then that
Tennessee?
UTS, no. If UF beats Tennessee the game before,
Okay.
I think that UTSA game gets a little more scary.
Yeah.
But they have Texas San Antonio has replaced so much that I don't think it can be that scary.
And we'll be real quick because we don't care about Texas San Antonio too much. But their roster got raided by the portal, and then they left.
And yeah, they were old last year. I mean, they had a lot of seniors on that team. So yeah,
That's what you come here for. What Texas San
Texas San
Antonio's
Antonio
roster looks
has.
like right now.
Frank Harris was their
Yeah.
quarterback for 19 years. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, and they have a legit wide receiver though, like legit wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
Good. Mm-hmm. He'll go to like Ohio State or Power 5 somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's not. He will not be at San Antonio. South Carolina.
I gave them a 50% chance of beating South Carolina.
Nope. You don't like Tennessee this year at all.
South Carolina and Tennessee are weird every year, man.
You go ahead because I know where your number is.
0.80 for me.
That's high to me.
Yeah, and I could see that being high. I think revenge plays a role in that. They got embarrassed last year by South Carolina.
They did. It was
And,
very,
and I
very
don't.
ugly.
I think South Carolina is pretty blah, honestly.
I have
Also got rated by the portal, and
They did.
Spencer Rattler is still Spencer Rattler. So
did get a new OC.
truth
They don't throw every pass behind the line of scrimmage now.
again.
So he does have a strong arm. He maybe get to showcase that thing a little bit. I still have Tennessee winning, but 65%. I couldn't get to 80. 80's that's a lot for me.
Also, though, these next two games, that one and then the next one is also at home. That helps.
It does help.
Texas A&M.
A&M, I am at 65 again.
I think this is where we differ the most.
This is where we go a whole half game off here.
Yeah, 0.80 for me again.
Oh wow, I
What did you
A&M
have for South Carolina?
65.
So you think it's the same percent chance?
I sure do.
All right.
wow,
I had the same exact percentage for South Carolina and Texas A&M too.
I do. And for me, here's why A&M still has one of the most talented rosters in all of college football. And Jimbo Fisher, say what you will, he sometimes can.
This is why I'm just confused about South Carolina and A&M. Like, to me, I feel like
I think South Carolina's not that bad.
And I think South Carolina or Texas A&M is not that good. So
They won 8 games last year. South Carolina did 8-5. They beat Clemson at the end of the year.
Texas A&M did not win 8 games last year.
that's
No,
facts.
A&M's not. Listen, that's why it's 65%.
Maybe it's just like name shock value that I'm just kind of surprised.
Jimbo can still get his guys up, man. If they do get up and
Beamer
play, huh?
Maxwell said Beamer ball.
Oh, on South Carolina. Yeah. All right,
Brad, what do you have on
what's
Texas
yours?
I gave only a 40% chance of beating A&M.
Wow.
You love A&M.
He loves Jimbo.
I do love.
All right, here we go.
Don't
This
know
is the
why.
one. This is a big one. Bradford, Bama,
I only gave him a 30% chance of beating Bama.
30.
Yeah, again, this is at Alabama. I have him at 0.45.
I'm at 0.40. So 40% chance to win for me.
I think that number could go either way, like up, down, left, right.
They beat Alabama last year.
I agree. If Bama has identified themselves by this point,
I agree.
then this number could change
What
drastically.
game is that? That's lately.
Like 7.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not super late. It's still in the middle.
Yeah.
Then Kentucky.
Yep.
I'm at 45% chance to win against Kentucky.
You're high on Kentucky.
I am high on Kentucky.
I think the Bama loss could carry over to Kentucky at Kentucky the next week. I got him at 0.60 still though.
I got him at 0.65.
Yeah, I am. That's another spot where we differ, Joey. I'm high on Kentucky. We'll get to Kentucky's win loss total.
Yeah.
Devin Leary is what I'll say. We'll move on.
Yep.
UConn
0.95.
9.5.
Yep.
0.90.
Wow, I went 80%.
You hate.
He does. He
I
hates
guess I
Tennessee.
do hate Tennessee.
How do you have them more than me?
Brad is the biggest Tennessee hater ever.
Where?
And I thought I hated Tennessee. Whew.
Why? How am I lower than you on Tennessee? It's got to be these next few. Mizzou, Joey,
0.80 for me.
Bradford.
I gave him 50%.
His number's not 8.1. It's not.
It can't be.
No, because I have 70% chance to beat Missouri.
Bradford, who calculated yours?
I did.
Okay, we're gonna add yours up in a minute, but we got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm at 70% chance for them to beat Missouri.
Yep.
I don't know. I think they handle Missouri.
Yep.
Um,
UGA.
yeah, quarter, 25%.
They get them at home.
Don't care.
Neither do I. 0.35 for me.
And look what that's week 10, 10th game of the year.
11th.
Oh yeah, because 11. They'll have it figured out by then.
I also
Like-
went 25%.
There's no. Anyways,
No, he's been under on everything.
everything.
Right?
Vandy.
Vandy,
0.70 for me.
0.75.
Yeah.
I don't like the calculator on my iPhone.
No, what have we got?
80% for Vandy.
80%.
Vandy wins weird games.
No, wait. No. You're at 80% for Tennessee to win.
Yeah.
Okay. You said 80% Vandy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there's a chance they could win. They win weird games.
Brad, your math has to be
Listen-
off. Tyler's gonna have to do that for
All
us.
right,
It's
go
in
ahead
it's
and
in
do that.
craft,
But like
Tyler.
I checked it twice. I think maybe. but-
Okay, Santa Claus. Check this list twice. Okay. All right, relax.
Probably should have checked it a third time.
All right, so
As I
while
should.
we're calculating Brad's 8.1, he has them at 8.1 wins. I don't think that's accurate. I have it at 8.04, and then Joey, you have them at
8.80.
8.8. So you're closer to 9. We're all three on the under, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
we're-
in this, again, I want to go back to all of this when we get done with Alabama, and I'll tell you, like, I'll kind of rationalize why I think that this is kind of skewed in a way.
Sitters, if you did that and you were able to do that, let us know what your win total is for Tennessee. It's actually, it shouldn't take you too terribly long, so you can throw them at us whenever you get them.
Can all of you give
took
us
me 4
your win
minutes while
total?
I was doing this before the show.
What is it?
Thanks for being prepared.
Yeah.
Can all of you give us your win percentage for Tennessee winning against Bama one more time?
Winning against Bama,
0.45 for me.
0.45 for you.
Yeah.
0.40.
0.4 for you.
30.
30 for you. Sitters, if one of these morons doesn't do the opposite when we do Alabama's win share, you have my permission to roast them in the chat.
I checked that.
I purposely checked.
I'll
so-
purposely check too.
Yeah, I checked that.
Okay, good job, fellas.
I'm not going to say that Brad's right on his and his
Right.
numbers.
Listen, we had a hard before the show. We were all having a hard time. These iPhones are weird when you're typing in the numbers,
don't
man.
lob
Oh, I'm
into
good.
this.
Got it. I got it. I had to double check. All right, so that was Tennessee. We're gonna do Brad's math here shortly. It's okay, man. I just don't know how you're over, but we'll go Bama next.
Yeah, let's do Bama. We'll try to go quick through this. I'll start it off. Middle Tennessee State.
Okay, what's
Win
their
total is 10.5.
Thank you, Tyler.
My bad. Win total is 10.5. You'll know the ours in a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. But anyways, Middle Tennessee State 1.0 for me. 100% chance.
99.
I went 90.
Interesting.
90, Brad?
I don't.
You think
I don't
think
go
if they
much higher
play-
than 90,
You
man.
think if they play 10 games, that Bama only wins 9 of them?
I don't know. They're not going to play 10 games next year, Tyler.
If
I
they
have no
played
way of knowing.
100 times,
It's only one,
if
right,
they
Brad?
played 100 times, you only have Bama winning 90 of those?
All right, so week 2, Jay Kennedy, big Bama fan, says
Big Bama
bet
fan.
the house on Texas week 2. Huh. I'd like you to expound on that a little bit. But I have Texas with a or Bama. 55% chance to beat Texas. It's at home.
Okay.
Bama at home, I got a coin flip 50-50.
So I had it 50-50. Home gave me the extra 5%.
I went Bama 70% chance of beating Texas.
I love it.
Yes, that's outlandish. I love it. All right,
Still
USF.
We know how I feel about Texas. I
Yeah.
think they're going to be in the playoffs. So
I'm ready to talk about Bama a little bit afterwards, Zach. Happy to see you here.
I think
South
it's
Florida.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
I think it's a great game for Texas to get like a nice staple win, get Bama early. They don't have like a quarterback that's established. It's like a recipe for them to win.
I think that may be what Jake's getting at.
Yeah.
If you want to get them early.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to get them like once you identify themselves.
Yeah.
South Florida, 99%.
I probably should have went that. I went 0.90.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I went 80.
80.
Joey, you're telling me if they play
South
100
Florida,
games,
South Florida has a 20% chance to beat Alabama.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it's at South Florida, right?
Hey,
That's the extra 10%.
that heat, right? The heat's going to get them.
He's going to get
Ole Miss. This
It
one
won't
was
be the football
interesting.
team that's awful down there, but that's okay.
Ole Miss. What do you guys think? Lane Kiffin and the Rebels.
I've seen Lane Kiffin play this game way too many times. Give me Bama 0.80.
0.80. Okay.
I also went 0.80.
I am 70%.
Wow, how about that?
wow, that kind of surprises me.
Which part? 70?
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
They can freaking score, man.
It's just so early in the season.
Which way does it surprise you, higher or lower?
I feel like it should be Bama like 0.65.
Okay, so you're with
wow.
me. You're this side of the table.
Yeah. You're right, Chris. Should have known.
Mississippi State.
0.70 for me.
Bradford.
I went 80.
I'm also at 80. Any reason why? I mean, we're pretty close. We don't need to talk about it too much. Here's where we're going to differ, I'm sure. A&M. Texas A&M.
0.70 for me.
I went 60.
70. Same.
Is it at A&M or something?
Yeah, it's at A&M.
College Station. They'll be doing the weird stuff.
They'll be yelling and crap.
Yell practice. That's the weirdest thing I've ever
That is the
seen.
weirdest thing.
Arkansas. I'll go first since I've been making you guys go. I am at 70% for them to win that game.
I, too, I'm at 70%.
I'm at 60. 0.60.
You
KJ
believe,
Jeffers.
you believe in Sam Pittman a little bit?
A little bit, I believe. I believe weird things can happen. I believe the style that Arkansas plays can present a little bit of problem for Bama.
Did they play? What was the score to that game last year? I feel like it was
I
pretty
have
close, wasn't it?
No idea.
I think it was for a long time.
Yeah, I think it was really close. I actually think Arkansas may have choked it. I could be totally wrong.
That sounds right.
Tennessee,
familiar.
Joey. What do you have?
0.55 for Bama.
60 for me.
70 for me.
Good job. Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody.
Yep,
Claps.
everyone did it. The Tigers.
The Tigers of LSU.
Go Tigers.
Played
Bradford.
played in Tuscaloosa.
I went-
Yeah, it is in Tuscaloosa. That does matter.
Yeah, I went 50-50 on this one.
I can appreciate that. I went 0.60 for Bama.
Bama? Wow.
That surprises me.
That does surprise me a little bit. I mean, it's not far off. I'm at 50. I'm at a coin flip.
What'd you think I would go with there?
I thought it'd be a coin flip. I mean, we're only off 10%, but
I'm not.
I feel like that's like the most coin flip game of all time.
Yeah, I think it could almost be under, honestly.
Anyways.
Kentucky,
Kentucky, I got 0.70.
I also have 0.70.
0.65.
Oh, right there.
I'm a little higher on Kentucky than you.
I was gonna say if Kentucky is what they are though, And the LSU game, and then you go to Kentucky. It's kind of a weird spot. I could see it
Potentially
being a weird game.
You might want to go the spread there.
Yeah,
Bama's gonna get points, or Kentucky will get points.
right.
When is their bye? It's got to be right around here somewhere.
I have
Couldn't
no
tell
idea.
you.
Pretty
Probably
sure.
before LSU, between UT and LSU is my guess.
Yeah.
Chattanooga, 99 for me.
1.0.
I went 90. I don't really give higher than 90.
I
can
see
tell.
that. I would hate to be a
Hey, I guarantee you, I bet every dollar I got that he's got more than .90 on Florida State's schedule.
No.
We'll see.
You better not jinx us. Auburn, the Iron Bowl, end of the year. Where is that played? Is that at Auburn?
At Auburn.
Ooh.
Yeah, .80.
Literally same, 80%.
I went 60.
I think Auburn's. I'm not a Hugh Freeze fan. Don't think Auburn's going to be great.
I don't hate.
You
Bradford's
went
pick there.
60%?
I don't hate that.
That's another
That game is
weird
crazy.
game. That's another weird game. The
crazy
Iron Bowl's
game,
always
Bradford.
weird.
You're not wrong. I can't see it.
I mean, I don't think I have Alabama favored there. I just don't know what's going to happen in that game.
All right,
So let's go back. Alabama's win total is 10.5 this year.
Yeah.
How are you guys so stinking low on this? Let's
I
talk
can-
about it.
So I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's
So
talk.
I'm at 8.85. Chris is at 8.97, and Brad's at 8.70. So technically, in theory, all three of us are under the win total. Yes.
Yes.
How many games did you have Bama losing in our in the percentage wise? Like under 50%. How many?
0.
0.
I also had 0.
Numbers
Joey
are skewed.
Analytics here.
They have to be skewed a little bit. That's why I said, whenever you were talking about how low we were on them, it's not necessarily that we're low. It's just that 100% is a ridiculous number.
Right. No, you can never say that. Yeah, I totally agree. That's
You
a
see
great
what I'm saying?
point. Yeah.
So,
You cannot go through a schedule and go win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win,
Right.
loss. That's not realistic. That's why doing the percentage gives you a better idea as to what.
But if
really
I'm
happened.
taking my win total to Vegas and I'm doing Alabama, I'm not going to look at 8.85 and be like, I'm almost 2 full games under, because in reality, all I have is one 50-50 game, and then I have Tennessee at 0.55.
That's 2 50-50 games,
I
and that would cost you.
But then they only have to win one 50-50 game for them to be over the win total.
they
You know
don't
what-
have to drop one to be under it.
That's true
That's
too.
why it's at 10.5.
But my
I don't
whole,
think
my
they-
whole
I don't-
point is we're not way under the win total.
No, I don't think we're being disrespectful to Nick Saban or Alabama, but it's a good exercise to see exactly where you're at. Because if I'm going to go and place a wager, for me it's the under. I'm going to bet the under. The numbers say it's under, or my percentages or whatever. My power ratings.
I'm just going to preemptively say, if we have some connection issues, sorry, it started absolutely monsooning outside Joey's house.
No, I think we're great.
I think we're chilling right now,
Great.
too.
So let me ask you this:
Yep.
we did the same thing last year with both Florida and Florida State. I think we did it with Miami. We
Yep.
were under with every single one of them.
I don't think so.
I think I was actually over on Florida State.
You were not.
Here's the thing.
The number on Florida State last year was 7.5. You had it 6.65.
well, let's
or
don't
something.
discredit the exercise.
I'm not
It's,
discrediting the exercise. I'm just saying, if I'm going to Vegas to put my win total down, I'm
Joey
looking
said
at
be cautious.
I'm looking at the percentages more than the final total number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Maybe it doesn't.
I'm not sure I follow.
Here's
you.
what I would say.
We'll keep running this throughout because we're going to do a couple of teams every week because it's the off season and that's what we have to
got
do.
Florida State and Florida's right. I was
thought
under
we were
Florida
pretty
and they were
close.
under.
I know I was under Florida and they were under too because Florida sucked.
But Florida State with 10 wins, maybe I was under 10 wins because that was too many.
I mean, I was under
I don't know
10
that they
wins.
should have got 10 wins. I think they had some fluky wins in there.
What I would be interested
I
in
don't
seeing.
think they beat the teams they were
is-
supposed to beat last year.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be that good though.
Maybe not. Well,
Nobody knew what Trey
like I said,
Benson
let's-
was. Nobody knew what Johnny Wilson was. Nobody knew what all them guys were.
Johnny Wilson's 6'7".
Yeah, he is, but he had
Dude,
never
that
played.
guy's so
He never
tall.
played one freaking snap. Nobody knew what those guys were.
We knew he was
Let's-
6'7".
That's true.
So as we do this, let's keep a kind of a track of this and
Yeah,
see
we'll do
how it
that.
goes for Vegas win totals this year.
We'll do that.
Because
I'm-
last year we did it, but we didn't really keep track.
I
of
had
it. You
two
know what I mean?
win. Yeah, I had 2 win totals last year: Florida State and Michigan, and I hit on both of them.
Did you do these? I
Yeah.
know you did this for Florida State. I didn't know if you
I
did.
did.
that for
I did
Michigan.
those. Yeah.
I would wager that if you did this and every single game that you had over 0.75, 75% chance, just give it a solid 1. I bet you'd end up really close to Vegas number.
I think I'll actually buy that.
I
don't
bet
know.
you would get really close.
I know some very professional gamblers who do this for real living. And this is what they use. Now their research may be better and their percentages may be closer, to actual,
Sure.
right? So they're probably not saying 75 or 25. They're saying 78, 79.
What would be really interesting to do is keep track of this, and as the season goes along, you can look at the implied percent chance of winning based off the odds and see how close it matches what we do.
I think
that'd be a lot of work, and I'm not doing that, but it would be interesting.
With Bama, I think the reason I'm like a little bit hesitant on them, and Jake kind of alluded to it earlier. Nope, we don't know necessarily who the quarterback will be.
100%.
They will certainly figure it out soon.
Absolutely.
I have no doubt in that. But as going into the season, right this second, they all I can know is they lost their Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Bryce Young. And then they lost the
Pretty
best edge in the draft in Will Anderson.
Pretty big deal.
And then they lost the first, I believe, right? He went before Bijan Robinson.
No, he was second back.
No, he went second. Jahmyr Gibbs, but he went 12th though.
Yeah.
They lost 3 in the top 15.
Yeah.
And they returned 9 starters, I believe.
Total on both sides.
9 total starters. So they literally lose quite a few.
Yeah.
So there's question marks. So that's kind of why that's why I'm there. Do I think they have the players in the cupboard? Yeah, I sure do.
Oh, I am 100% on board with everything you're saying right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100% on board.
I don't think we're being too down on Bama. It's just,
I don't think so either. I think 8.85 and everything. You had 9.0, 8.90, right?
Yeah, 8.97. So I'm closer to.
Yeah.
I'm at 9 wins.
Yeah, it's worth noting too. Like if you're at like 8.9, what were we at? Where were we at? 8.85, 8.97, 8.7. If you take away the hook, you're only 1 game off.
Right.
It's the
valid.
hook makes it look a lot worse than
That's
it
why I
does.
think it's extremely accurate.
Yeah. It's realistic.
I still think I want to take the under, but like 10.5, 2
I'm
games.
taking
That's 2
the under.
games. Are you?
10.5.
I would, yeah, I would take. This is
Yeah.
one of the first ones that stood out.
10.5 is so much when you don't know who the quarterback is. That's the thing. Like,
And Jake brings up a good point. Alabama's
football?
won championships with worse quarterbacks. Totally
Probably,
agree.
yeah.
Probably.
I'm not 100% sure on that,
But
probably.
but 11. But we're not talking about
Yeah,
championship.
but they also lost championships with better quarterbacks.
Bryce Young, Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah,
They didn't even play for it.
so
True story.
Agree.
Yeah, it was fun.
I enjoy that. We'll do 2 more next week.
Hey, if you have suggestions on which to, do not say Florida and Florida State. They're coming later.
Yeah, we'll hold those.
We'll hold those. But
I
if you
think
have 2
I
more
wanna-
suggestions for next week,
we're not going to do Georgia. We can't do Georgia.
It's not fun. It's 11. It's 11. It's
11.
11 and a half.
Yeah, I think we could probably.
I don't
get
think we
over
can find 1
14.
loss on that. I'm not wasting my time with that.
Yeah.
I still think it's an interesting exercise to see what we come up with,
I'm
percentage-wise.
cool. We can do that.
do it.
You know which one I like? Like maybe Georgia and USC.
I was gonna say USC would be interesting. Clemson would be kind of cool.
Like somebody that's on like the fringe of playoff team, like looking at like are they going to exceed those expectations or,
Yeah.
or not?
LSU's kind of interesting. Ohio State's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Michigan.
you
The
tell
good
us-
news is, boys, it's May, and we're going to do this
We
until
get-
August.
Yeah,
We got a lot of teams.
we'll do 2 a week.
Shut up, Maxwell. Toledo and Kennesaw State.
You do those. Tell us what you get. I'm not doing Toledo.
Michigan's not bad actually.
I'll put this in a spreadsheet for us so we can keep track of it.
Good call.
Look at you.
Brad,
Producers,
what do we got next, B?
produce.
We're going to talk about the NBA Finals, but before we talk about the NBA Finals, let's talk about Josh's barbershop. Those guys, that guy is a really, really talented barber. You should go see him. If you have a barber, he's probably better. Like, go see him. He is the most talented guy around, and he's cool to hang out with and talk to.
Keeps using the word probably wrong.
I know.
Is better.
He tries hard, though.
You know, I like to give,
working at it.
I don't give over 90%, like I said. But Joseph,
Aren't you glad Josh gives you more than 90% of a haircut?
Yeah, that guy's really good.
Yeah, good job.
All right, he is the best barber. I'll give. That's my only 100% of the night.
There it is.
There
Good
it
job.
is. I'll give.
What about
100%.
Brian Swartz?
I mean, he gets 100 too. Brian, you can't not give Brian 100.
Did you just give him 102?
What about JW Weaponry?
All right, all 3. All right. See, you're making me
What
contradict
about the country club
myself.
at Lake City?
I don't know. I don't golf, so you tell me.
Just say yes.
It
Yes.
is.
But all of our sponsors have 100.
We have 4.
All right, so there's my 4 100s. I'm done with this.
Yes, good job,
Give him the
Brad.
damn number.
It's a kid's show, Brad. 386-247-1430. Text Josh McCardle tonight. Maybe not tonight. He might be sleeping. He's probably not sleeping.
No, he's
but
watching. What are you talking about?
He usually is. I don't want to say for sure that he is tonight, but
Family was
usually-
last week. Bradford.
yeah.
The language.
They're
Anyways,
all right.
386-247-1430. Text him. He'll get you the schedule, and then you get on it, and I promise it'll be worth your time.
Not that he needed our help, but we've sent Josh a lot of sitters.
Love that.
So NBA Finals, we have Denver and we have the Heat. We have Clayton's Denver Nuggets. He's very excited about this. Clayton, you should do another little short for us soon. That was he did a really good job last week.
Did you drop the ball on that?
Yep, that's me.
Oh my gosh.
bad.
No, he was supposed to. Clayton, that's my. Honestly, it's
All
my
the
fault.
videos we had
No.
major malfunctions.
No, it's my fault.
did have
Clayton.
major
I have
malfunctions with
Clayton's phone
videos.
number. I could literally have just texted him like, "Hey, can you do this?" Instead, I told Joe, I said, "Hey, you should get Clayton to do this." And it was really because you did it last time. You set
Right.
it up, so I was just going to give you that, that responsibility and let you handle it. And that's on me. Ultimately, it comes back to me. So Clayton, my bad.
I'll do Clayton's on my short real quick. Denver in 4.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually not false.
Yeah.
What we wanted to do, and Chris had a really good idea.
So
is,
good. And
It's
I
like
wasted
from a Miami Heat perspective, how does Miami beat the Nuggets? But
How good would that be, Clayton? You know how much he loves the Nuggets.
the Nuggets, right?
Giving us and
does?
having to give us how like Miami's recipe is or what it is to beat Denver, his team. He would have had a hard time doing that.
That's what would have made it fun.
That's what made it so
But-
good.
Can
It was
Can I just say, I love Clayton. I really want Miami to win. I don't know why.
I don't feel that. I don't have that.
No?
It's just like the underdog vibes. Jimmy
No.
Butler kind of popping off.
I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool with Miami winning. Florida team.
I'm
Go
okay
ahead
with
and do
either team winning at this point. But if I had a true rooting interest, I think I would want Miami to win too.
Right.
I want Jimmy Butler to get one.
I'm going to change my mind now.
I'm-
I want Denver to win now.
I do want to address Jake and was it Tyson? No, Clayton.
Clayton.
Michigan and Oregon. I think those are the two we'll do next week
Yeah.
Those are two good
for
ones.
win totals. Sorry.
Yep.
But now back to the basketball.
Joey. Sorry,
No, I had nothing else. Go ahead, run it.
Joey, did you think Miami's going to beat Boston in Boston? Because I did not.
Yeah, I did actually.
You did? I mean, actually, I took Miami with points. But
So in that series between last year and this year, 10 out of the 14 games, they played 7 games 2 years in a row. 10 out of the 14 games, the road teams won. That wasn't all that surprising.
You didn't think there wasn't a part of you that thought that Boston in the Garden in the Game 7 there was going to be some kind of magic and they were going to find a way to beat Miami, the 8 seed.
especially coming back from 3-0.
You didn't think there's any way for real? Seriously?
I thought there was a way. Of course, there's a way.
Man, I thought like so
But
did
did I-
Vegas.
did I
It
think
was an 8-point spread, 8.5, I believe.
But as soon as when it got to Game 7, I wasn't like, okay, Boston's definitely got this in the bag.
Oh, I did.
I never thought that.
I was dead wrong. I'm okay with admitting it, but I definitely did. I thought they were
also-
going back to Boston. It's over.
I also
I
thought
thought y'all
that.
were trying to jinx it on the Twitter account. Somebody, whoever. Tweeted.
Oh no, that was me. I didn't tweet from FPS. I don't think.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Oh, did I?
Not the burner.
My fault. No, I don't have burner. I don't have burner. I do have access to the FPS.
You do have access to the FPS.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to jinx it. I had a lot. Yeah, I did. I
had
tried
Boston?
to. Oh yeah, live, couple places.
That's why. I sent you a text, and that's why I sent it. It wasn't because
I thought
it came from. I saw the tweet, and I was
Oh,
like,
man.
"Oh, you're trying to jinx it."
I meant to
feel
do it
you.
for mine, my personal one. Yeah, I was trying hard.
At CMart1353.
That one.
Yeah. Well, you missed.
Dag,
You
no.
went to at front sitting pod. I think.
I don't tweet anything. I don't tweet anything bad anyway, so it doesn't
Can we
matter.
wrap
but-
this up?
What?
You guys are being.
Hey, mute his
now.
mic, man. mute his
We
mic.
gotta wrap this up. Is this bad? I feel like this is okay to listen to. I don't know. I
thought
might
so.
be,
All right,
I might be
That's
wrong.
good.
Carry on,
Now
Brad.
that you've
Brad, drive us.
destroyed the whole
We just
segment,
Whole vibe.
We
the
just
whole
got-
segment's dead.
We just got shunned.
We haven't even talked about the finals yet.
I'm not gonna speak on the podcast. Brad, go ahead and handle it.
Well, with Ross' permission, I would like to just go around and ask who y'all think's going to win. Ross, is that okay? Can we talk about it for like 2 more minutes?
I'm gonna be. Mistakes were made. Chat.
Joey, does Miami have a chance?
I think they have a chance. Yeah, they're in the finals. They have a puncher's chance.
Okay.
I think it'll be hard. I
It's-
think it'll be hard for them to guard Jokic.
Less than 100, right, Brad?
Less than 100.
Less than
I only
100.
gave 4 100s. I ain't giving another one.
I think if I gave a win total, it would be
0.40 for me.
for Miami to win.
Yeah.
I'm like 70 for Denver, so 30%
Yeah.
for Miami to win.
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets have the 70%. They did, and the reason I like Denver, they play real basketball. They
Same.
play high low screen and roll with Jamal Murray. He can absolutely get a shot whenever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic can get his shot whenever he wants. He can pass. He can shoot. He's a complete basketball player, and they have 2 of them with guys that are role players that absolutely understand their role and they execute like very, very well. I love watching them play basketball. I can't stand the 3-point fest. I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I like watching the Heat play a little bit too.
I would
Because
say they play
because
similar.
they play a team basketball game for the most part as well. I do think the Heat have an advantage in Game 1 just because of the long layoff for Denver.
Yeah.
So I'll probably go first quarter Miami just so we're clear. So you should definitely hammer the Nuggets first quarter.
It's not a bad idea. I also was about the 70% range for Denver. If Bam Adebayo disappears in any game this series, that game's lost. He's very, very important to their success, though he did not play great in Game 7.
Or game 6.
Clayton said Jokic might average 60, 20, and 15. That's a legit possibility.
I'll take the under.
I'm not sure that
On
I
the
would take
average, no, but I can see one stat line like that.
it wouldn't shock me. If anybody's sitting in the room right now, do you have any suggestions on who might win?
4-1 Denver.
4-1 Denver from one person in the room. Nope. Got nothing on the other. It's okay.
All right,
Lively bunch in here.
He's afraid to talk.
My guy Kurt got
Tyler
us.
to cut him.
Sitters, besides Clayton, we know what Clayton thinks. Let us know what y'all think. Shoot us your predictions for the finals. We know Clayton says 4-0. Let us know what y'all think.
Clayton, what do you really think? Like, truthfully, what do you think the series
This is
goes?
obvious.
I'm about to go disable the comments now.
Yeah.
Jake Kennedy says Caleb Martin would have to play every game like it was a game 7 for
He
the
had a
Heat to
heck of a
win.
game. He was killing me.
Yeah, he's good.
Wasn't happy about that.
Did y'all see Jimmy Butler's comments after the game about it?
No,
No.
I love Jimmy Butler's
I do too.
post-game interviews.
First of
by
all,
the way.
that's not his name, Joey.
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Buckets. Me and you
Wait,
had
what
this
were the
talk.
comments?
Do you want me to turn them off now? Now do I have your permission?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
He talked about Caleb Martin and how he's basically like this wasn't a surprise for the Heat.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
might be a surprise to everybody else, but the way he gets his shots up in practice, the way he does things like off the court, the way he carries himself, the way he works his butt off every day, whatever. He's like, this wasn't a surprise for us, and this was not going to be like a flash in the pan. This is who he's going to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool for a leader to come out and say that. And
Yeah.
I like Jimmy Buckets. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Consensus, it appears is Nuggets in 5,
Yeah.
Nuggets in 6. I think I'm with Maxwell and Clayton. Nuggets in 5 for me.
Clean sweep.
You think so?
Clean sweep.
What do they call that? Gentleman sweep when it's 5?
No, this is 4.
No, I'm saying when it's a gentleman sweep, it's called. I think it's a 5-game sweep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You give them one at home
Yeah.
when you finish them at your place. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Heat in 6.
Ooh. I'm going Nuggets in 6.
I just
but
want to be different.
I love that so much.
You just made Clayton's night.
I know.
That's
You're welcome.
That's,
You're welcome,
such a,
Clayton.
that's such a Joey take right there. There's
There's so much Nuggets love. It just I can't let it go.
Okay. Hey, hate him, Brad.
So we have a Twitter thing that we're going to
Question.
Yes,
Twitter question. There it is.
Twitter
Brad,
question.
did you give your thoughts on this or no?
Yeah, I said Nuggets in 6.
Okay, just making sure. Carry on.
Yeah. So we have a Twitter question. Tyler's going to put it on the screen for us.
No, Tyler's not. You're going to read it.
No, he's not. I'm going to read it.
That means he's got to pick his phone up. Actually, he's done a very good job of not having his phone out tonight.
I am
I'll read
proud.
it. You know what? I'll read it for you, Bradford.
just
Is
put it out.
college
Okay.
baseball the most dominated sport by a single conference?
Jake Kennedy asked that question.
It's a great question.
The reason he asked that is because the SEC got 8 regionals. They're hosting 8 regionals. The SEC. There's 16 regional sites. The SEC is hosting 8 of them. That
Half
means-
of them.
Yeah.
Freaking ridiculous.
That is a little bit ridiculous.
Trying to find a stat. Keep talking for a second.
It's been that way for a long time too.
Has it always? Because I'm gonna have to push back a little bit. I,
mean,
don't
you
think
think
it
of like
has.
the powerhouses.
Not
I
always,
think
but
of
for the
like-
last
I think of like
7, 8,
Vandy,
10 years,
South
yeah.
Carolina, Arkansas,
Kentucky.
Kentucky for a while.
Kentucky for a little while. Georgia's been.
Vandy, LSU. No, not Georgia. They don't belong.
Yeah, they've had
No,
times.
stop it.
Not with the teams you just named.
Tyson
not with
Ellis
those
said
teams.
easily.
Florida.
Where in the heck is the one I'm looking for?
Jake said Tyler is sassy tonight.
Tyler, it's
He is. He is freaking on one right now.
That's my beat.
Hey, where is SEC at? How far down on this list? I cannot find
Well,
it.
this is the SEC versus the other
I'm
non-conference. in
sorry. That's
2023.
why I can't find them.
Right.
I love how polished this show is.
813 win
Yeah.
percentage.
81% against every other conference.
Yeah, that's domination.
It is domination.
There's no conversation. Can we talk about why though? I think that's an easy answer. Why though?
Why is the SEC more dominant?
Yeah,
Because you can play baseball all year round down here.
I agree. The weather.
The weather. 100%.
100% the weather.
Because up in Michigan, Ohio, like those, you don't get the luxury of playing in the fall and like winter at all.
Yeah.
We start baseball down here in January.
doesn't
We
hardly-
end that joint in about late November.
It don't hardly end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't end. Yeah, that's why the northern schools are better at basketball.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
100%.
another. I think resources matter. Everyone knows how much money the SEC has, like programs have.
Absolutely.
They're able to allocate some of that. It doesn't all go to football.
No.
Every penny that an ACC program gets basically has to go to football because they're so far behind right now. But I think with the SEC, they have if you don't believe me, just go to their stadiums.
Yeah, go look at
Go to
facilities.
every
Tyson just
single-
put it in the chat, but
Oh, did
facility,
he?
yeah,
Facilities.
facilities.
Go look at every single facility in the SEC. They can put money towards that,
Right.
and so they can develop, they can get, and then they're able to go beat the brakes off people.
It's an easy draw. I think another factor in this is that, for a long time, like JUCO baseball was huge because guys that threw 95, 96 would go to JUCO for a year and then they get drafted.
Yep.
Well, then JUCO kind of fell off the map for a lot of different reasons or whatever. It's starting to gain traction and get back into, the swing of things or whatever. But for a little while, like JUCO baseball wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
And so those guys that used to go to JUCO would then turn their attention back to like the big boy D1 schools. And so I think that helped kind of catapult, especially in the Southeast, the baseball schools, well, I guess some of them are baseball schools now.
Right.
Like Florida is a baseball school now,
Heck yeah, we are.
Yes. Oh my
Tyson's
God.
right. The facilities are like light years ahead.
Yeah.
It's really not close. Go to a Florida baseball game and then go to Tallahassee and go watch a game at Dick Hauser. It's not at all the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyson said, I would argue Mississippi State baseball makes more than the Mississippi State football program.
Strong agree.
Yep.
Great uniforms too for baseball. The uniforms are solid.
They are. Jay Kennedy said, I personally don't feel like there's another conference in any sport that dominates their sport more than the SEC dominates college baseball. I agree with that right now. And for the last 7 or 8 years.
I mean,
I'm not like
I'm not
knowledgeable
versed
in,
enough in
tennis,
you're not
lacrosse.
beating
Yeah.
Stanford in
I don't-
rowing.
yeah.
I know that. I don't know what they do. Pac-12 does in Olympic sports or whatever. I'm not sure. He's probably right, but I can't go there. I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah.
I know. Golf was really good for the ACC this year until it wasn't.
What was I say?
Until it wasn't.
3 of the final
I
4
was
were
gonna
the
say-
ACC.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Florida State.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Who
special.
won today? Can you look at it real quick? Because we already should know.
Yeah,
I think
don't-
Florida. Did Florida win?
I have no idea. I have not looked.
No. The Florida beat Florida State yesterday.
Yes, they
but
did.
3 of the final 4 teams were ACC programs. That's pretty dominant.
That is quite dominant.
But I don't know how much that.
But major sports wise, Florida or football, baseball, basketball, SEC dominates baseball more than anything that
I
we've
would
seen
agree. I would agree with that. The ACC had a heck of a run. Had a heck of a run in basketball for some time.
For some time, I
Now
agree.
it's not the case anymore.
No.
We don't. If Florida won,
I'm
we would
trying
all
to
know.
find out.
Yeah, if Florida won, we would already know. But anyways, I think Jake's probably right there.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tyler's working hard to find out if Florida did win.
Maybe they play tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's.
Well, that was a
State.
scorecard.
Well, that was
right there.
11 minutes ago.
They're still playing. Florida's up 2.
Florida's up a lot.
Yeah.
Oh well, you heard it here first. Florida. They're playing Arizona, so they're behind.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they were playing Arizona.
No, they're playing
In
Georgia Tech,
Arizona.
but they're playing
They're
in
playing
Arizona.
in Arizona. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
playing Georgia Tech. So Florida's about to win national championship in golf.
Didn't they win the solo men's champion was from Florida as
From
well,
Florida,
right?
yeah.
How about that? So maybe not.
Did we talk about when the SEC championship was going on? It was Vandy in Florida, and the kid from Florida sunk like a 12-foot par putt, and the kid from Vandy choked. He like 3-putted to lose.
There he is.
Nope.
It's pretty solid.
Yep.
Brian Dixon, chat.
Thank you, Brian.
That guy gets 100.
That guy gets 100. That a boy, Brad.
Florida's about to win the national championship in golf. They're probably about it
Hey,
any minute now.
yeah,
we
Tyson-
broke that.
Tyson Ellis said the 7th best team in the SEC destroys the 7th best team in the Pac-12. Tyson, does the 7th best team in the SEC destroy the best team in the Pac-12? Question mark.
I don't know. We do need an FSU softball segment next week. I got you, Maxwell.
You really don't though, because it doesn't matter. Oklahoma's gonna win. Like, it just does not matter.
I don't know. I'll take your odds on that. What odds can you give me on that?
Don't care. Whatever you want.
What are we talking about?
I want to get out of this.
Softball.
What about it?
Oklahoma just won like their 43rd straight.
I don't
game.
care. So I can have the field in whatever odds I want. No, you
let's
said
not
that's
be
what
crazy.
it's recorded at 9:55. I'll go. We'll tag it.
Yeah, I don't know that we want to have a softball segment. Like Tyler said, it's pretty easy. Oklahoma's going to win. You're welcome.
It's really not even entertaining anymore.
No.
I'm just being honest with you.
They may be the most dominant single team in the history of their sport.
This year or last year. Take your
That's
pick.
what I'm saying. Like over a course of
Yeah, it
a
doesn't
couple
matter.
of
So
years.
from the field, I can get the field, and you guys will give me like what?
I'll give you the field at
Plus 400.
Yeah.
400. I need 1,000 at least.
Ooh.
I'm not.
I
made of
can't
money.
wager. I won't wager more than 20.
No.
Come on,
No.
guys. You guys are-
LOL, Oklahoma got outplayed by Clemson. That's cool, Maxwell. Hey, listen, if you want to bet on that, you know where I am.
Maxwell, I'm going to get us really good odds, so don't worry. As soon as this is over, we're going to get really good odds.
No, I
here.
want Oklahoma.
No, we get the field. We get the field, and we're going to be plus more than 500.
That's fine.
We'll talk later.
That's all.
All right, but
fine.
let's.
I'm good with that.
Let's get us out of here, probably.
All right. Well,
As we're wagering.
Oh, yeah, man, it's like,
all right. Well, that's gonna be it for Night Sitters. It's been Bradford Douglas along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez with producer Rolf, and we are Front Porch Sitting. See you next time, Sitters.